Welcome to Halesworth United Reformed Church, Messy Church.
And today we're continuing thinking about the story of Jesus during the Holy Week. And before we do, we've got a little activity because today's story takes place in a garden. And one thing that you often find in gardens are worms.
Teeny worms.
Hopefully, if you've got my pack,
American.
you will have yourself a very long worm.
Here's
Okay?
mine. Oh.
I would like you to put your worm in front of you. Okay, just there. And then you should have a cup. Bury your worm underneath the ground. Okay? And then you have a polo, which is your worm's life jacket. You're going to save your worm,
Yes,
or
right.
you're going to help your worm hula hoop, whichever way you prefer. Okay, so the hula hoop or the life jacket goes on top of the cup, and then you have cocktail sticks. You may use 2 cocktail sticks. You can use both hands, but you must hold the cocktail sticks, or you can put them in one hand if you are good at using chopsticks. And you need to put the polo, the life jacket,
Thank you.
on to your worm, okay? But you are not allowed to touch the polo or the cup or the worm with your fingers, okay? So it doesn't matter whether you use 2 hands or 1, but you need to carefully collect your ring. Move the cup out of the way. Get him out of the ground. He's hiding in the ground there. Get him out. Here he is. Here's my worm.
Here we go.
He's here he is. Look.
Mum, I got
Getting
it.
him out.
Mum, I got it.
Well done. And then get your hoop. Or your life
Jacket,
jacket. Yeah. Rubber ring.
wherever it is.
Slide your life jacket hula hoop on to your worm. And once you've managed it and it's on, then you can pick it up like this. But I don't recommend you swing it around. I did that earlier and it went flying. So there we go. Well done. When you've managed that, you may eat your
I
worm
can't. No.
and your little ring there.
There we go.
Well done. So, as I say, we are talking about gardens today. So, for our story, we're going to need a bit of a garden. So, let's get a bit of help. We've got our green background today ready for our garden. So, we've got a bit of a garden here. Luke is still getting his worm ready. Here it goes, here it goes. Is it on? Is it on? Oh, so close. Your stick's in the way. Oh! Right, a bit more of a garden. Let's get this. Excuse me, Luca.
Wait.
I'm going to squash your worm, sorry. There we go. There we go. Right, Luca's in
Hey,
in the garden.
oh.
Right, so here we are. We've got our garden. And we've got Jesus in the garden. And we've got some of his friends. Well, all of his friends came with him to the garden. But then 3 of them he took with him right
I done it.
3 of his special friends. Well done.
I touched it.
So-
right.
Jesus took 3 of his special friends right into the garden and he said to his friends, please watch and pray. I'm going over here to pray. I want you to stay here and pray. And so Jesus went over and not far away from his friends, he prayed to God. And he prayed to God. He prayed and he said a very honest prayer because Jesus was very worried at this point because he knew that he was going to have to die. And so he said to God, I'm worried, but what you want, not what I want. And so Jesus came back, and when he got back to his friends, something a bit strange had happened because all of his friends weren't praying anymore. They were sleeping. And so Jesus says, wake up, wake up. What are you doing? I left you alone just for a short while to pray. Stay awake. Keep watch and pray. And Jesus went back to pray again. And Jesus prayed the same prayer. God, I'm really worried about what's going to happen, but not what I want, what you want. And when he came back for the second time, all of the disciples fast asleep. And he said, wake up, can't you just stay awake? Please watch and pray. And off he went again. And he said the same prayer. God, I'm worried, but not what I want, what you want. And he came back to his friends, and guess what they were doing? That's right, you got it. They were sleeping again. And Jesus said, can't you just stay and keep watch for a little while? But while he was praying, another of his friends came across. Here he is. And he came, and this was Judas. And Judas came to Jesus, and he gave Jesus a kiss on the cheek. Because Judas was not alone. Judas was with lots and lots and lots of soldiers and other people. And the soldiers came and they took Jesus, they arrested Jesus, and they took him away. And the disciples, seeing what had happened, ran far away, even though they'd said they would stay with Jesus no matter what. But Jesus was arrested and taken out of the garden. We know there's going to be a happy ending because we know the answer, what happened next. But we're going to leave that next bit of the story until next week. So Jesus prayed. Jesus was even worried, and I know that all of us get worried from time to time. Who gets worried? I know I get worried sometimes about all sorts of different things. Sometimes we have little worries. Sometimes we have big worries. Sometimes we have little things that we can tell an adult or tell a grown-up and they can just help us sort it out. Other things worry us for a long time and make us quite upset. But the great thing is, like Jesus, we can tell God about our worries. So if you've got one of these doilies in your pack, on the white side of your doily, I want you to write one or some of your worries, things that you are worried about at the moment. It can be, doesn't matter whether it's a little thing or a big thing. God is interested in all of your worries. He's interested about everything. He knows the thoughts in your head, so he already knows, but he would like you to hear them from you. So on your doily, write on the white side the things that you are worried about. So Luke has written his worries on here already. And then when you've written them, fold your doily up. You can either do a scrunching job like this one here, or you can fold it. In fact, you can just fold it in half. Some of the children on Zoom just did it like that, and that looks quite nice. Or you can put it into quarters or even more to make a little tube effect like that. And then I'm going to stick it onto the pipe cleaner. And then, using your little green rectangle, I'm going to cut out a leaf shape to put on your flower. You can either just cut it randomly or you can draw it and then cut it. And on the leaf, can you write watch and pray? Because that's what Jesus said to his disciples. I want you to watch and pray, and that's what he wants us to remember to do too. And so you can put this flower somewhere to remind you that God knows and cares about all your worries. And as you continue to do that, or as you hold it if you finish, I'm going to just say, thank you, Lord Jesus, that you know all the thoughts that are in our heads. And you know all the things that worry us. You know the little worries, you know the big worries. And that you can take care of all of those things. I pray that you'd give peace to all those watching who are worried about something right now. In Jesus' name, Amen. Fantastic. Now, this is the bit that most people have been waiting for, because this bit involves biscuits and icing sugar and Luca knocking everything over. So, I think we might just need to move the plants and get out of the garden. Here we go. Sorry, just come out of the garden for a minute, as beautiful as they were. Right, so if you have my pack, you will have a little bag of white powder. That is icing sugar. So you need to put that icing sugar into a bowl. I've got mine in a box here. So put your icing sugar into a bowl. Now you need to mix it with a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of warm water. Really, really don't need very much at all. Otherwise it's just going to run away with you. And then you can mix that all in. Okay. Might have just done exactly what I said not to do.
What do you mean?
I put too much, but it's okay because I've got more powder. Did you?
Loads and loads of more.
There we go.
You've even got 2.
Yeah, we have. We need some of it for your cake.
Mum.
Yeah.
That's
Luke
a
is,
long.
I don't know what Luke is doing with his
I'm trying to
worm
make
here.
a person.
He's attached his worm to the cup.
Yeah, because it's going to be a person.
Okay. Right, so once you've mixed your icing sugar, like so, you
Just
can
need one
get
more.
a biscuit. We've got these rich tea biscuits in your pack. Again, if you've got my pack, you'll have a whole big packet of biscuits like that. And then you've got some sprinkles and you've got some Skittles. So you can put you've got bags of Skittles and you've got some little tiny sprinkles, probably in a bag as well. So you need to put your icing on your biscuit like this and spread it out and then see if you can make your own garden biscuit. Okay, so flowers or trees or whatever you think might look good. So I've got some little sprinkles here that I'm going to try and use to make my flowers with. Hopefully you'll be able to do yours too.
There, I've finished it. Look.
Very nice. Right, so there we go. Yeah, Luca's made a person while we...
You can't see it because the light is shining on it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make a little pink flower here as well.
Okay.
So earlier I made one with the Skittles. So you might want to do one like that, Skittles, and or if you're feeling like you want to do some very careful fiddly work. Oh, I've got a flower here that's now
He's
turned,
sitting down now.
that's multicoloured. I thought it was all going to be pink and it suddenly turned purple and red.
What did?
This flower. So well, you can try using your sprinkles again. I've got problems with the light here, like Luca just said, but you might be able to just about see there that we've got flowers on there as well. So use your icing and your little sprinkles to make your beautiful flower biscuits. Okay, and so I hope you enjoy doing that, and next week is going to be our lead up to Easter. Hopefully you will enjoy the first week of the Easter holidays. Hopefully you will enjoy your first days being able to meet up with some other friends and family. So I hope you have a really, really good time next week. We'll see you next Thursday, and then the following Thursday we're going to have a little week off to enjoy the Easter holidays. But for now, have a good week and see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.